Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and welcome to Daily Game Review number 63. Today we have Raein 18Q versus Takashimaya. Hope I pronounced that correctly. 15Q. 18Q versus 15Q. So we are going to look at how they apply the basics, if they understand the basics, and what they can do to improve themselves. So let's go ahead and start and look at the game. All right, we got a near and save versus a dual 3-4s. Normally you don't play this 3-4. It's not bad. Well, it's just not recommended because it gives your opponent a perfect approach. Here, black can approach with support at white's 3-4 stone and have a perfect move. Normally you don't want to give your opponent a perfect move, so normally we don't play that way. You could consider this. This is an opening that has been experimented with and tried, so maybe you can look at some variations with this, or you can play a star point 3-4 combination. All right, so black chooses to play this way. Black, the direction you want to go is here to work with your stone, because in the opening, you want combinations. So you can simply play this way and play high since you have support. And now you can see a very nice combination for black on the top. So in the opening, it's about combinations and making your stones work together or stopping your opponent's combinations. So make sure that that's what your goal is and what you're looking for, as well as answering the questions. All right, so we play this Joseki, which is a little complicated for 15 Qs and 18 Qs, and I think you don't know it because this is not the move. This is the move. Almost every variation, this is the move. So I think you need to look it up and study it, and it's very complicated, so I wouldn't recommend playing this until maybe single digit Q because so many variations and so many ways to mess this up that maybe it's a little too dangerous right now. However, if you want to play it, I won't say don't play it. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying study it first. You need to understand the variations, how to play them, and what the different variations are before you play something like this, because it's a little complicated and very easy to mess up. And if you mess it up, it's going to be a very nice result for your opponent. However, if you study it and learn it and your opponents don't know it, then it could be a very nice result for you. So the avalanche, this is also called the avalanche Joseki. This is something that actually the idea is when you want to face this direction on the left instead of the top. So I still think the Joseki choice should have been the other one, even if you want to play this one. But this one locally isn't bad, but globally I think it's the wrong direction. However, playing this one, you're just going to get cut and it's going to be a little difficult for you. All right, so your opponent gets a good result in the corner. So that means black messed up. Here, you want to just go ahead and defend. You have 3 stones. So you want to normally jump over 1, 2, 3, 4 and jump right here. Seems okay. You could also consider going one further to help the corner, but normally you want to go 4. Since you have support, normally you want to go like high, but in this case it looks a little strange because there's invasion points right here, an invasion point right here, so I'd still go low. However, this shape isn't perfect because white can still play a shoulder hit to push you down, so you hardly have any influence locally. Maybe you could even consider going here, and then when white goes in, you can attack. It's a little close to your thickness, but maybe it's okay. However, that is me trying to justify what to play with a bad shape and a bad combination. Therefore, I think the thing you should take from this is play the proper Joseki and study the Joseki before you try playing it in a game. Otherwise, also play the right direction. You want to play on the top side to make your combination, not the left side. For that corner, anyway. All right, so black plays one more. White defends. And black plays an approach. However, there's a couple things we need to note, black. First, where's my weakness? This is not thickness if it's not alive. So you need that extension. And now you could go here for sure, or maybe you can go here and try and attack white if he comes in. However, you need to give this an extension. Without an extension, this thing will have no support. And if you do something else, white can easily come in and attack your thickness. And now it's a weak group. Even if black plays this way, white comes up. Now you can see black is getting weaker and weaker and weaker because once white gains some stones around this area with some variation, white can then start surrounding and attacking it. And now you can see white's getting the influence instead of black. So go ahead and defend your weakness first. Now let's look at the issue of this move. This move is a one space away approach. Normally it's okay. However, you're approaching from the wrong side. You want to approach from the side that stops the Shamari. This is the side you want to approach. However, I understand that maybe you wanted to play the bottom side because it's more open than the left side. Well, in this case, then maybe your idea is correct. However, the approach from this side is a 2-space, because if we play a 1-space, white can simply pincer like this, and we don't have a very great follow-up like we normally do. So this is a little too close. Also, if white chooses to make a Shamari and you 2-space jump back, then white can also pincer and attack these 2 stones. Therefore, in this case, it's too close to thickness, and the variations aren't super great for black. So normally, if you approach from this side, it's a 2-space instead of a 1-space. Okay, so you played here. White did do that. No, white did this. An attachment, white, you don't want to attach to single stones because it'll make them stronger. You could have got a little advantage here. However, in this case, you are making black stronger, and now black will be able to easily deal with the stone. So when you touch, you want to Hane, and then take the tiger's mouth, Atari, here. White extends, and black extends. This would be kind of an expected result. However, there's a lot of Aji, a lot of weakness in this area for black to invade. Black's also not efficient, so it's hard to say who this result is good for at my level anyway. But I think this is probably okay for both sides. All right, let's look at a little bit more, because I'm not convinced that this is the only variation. Black could also consider doing this, putting some influence. Perhaps that's okay. Difficult. I think I would need to actually think for a little bit longer than I would want to for a video. However, black, normally this is not the move. Normally it's not the move. All right, so that's what the normal result would be. It was a Hane, take the tiger's mouth, get the free Atari, and then connect, extend. That would be a common variation you would first think of. And then maybe if you don't like it, you can try to find something else. However, this isn't going to be good enough, because now white can extend, black plays, and then white takes the tiger's mouth here, and you can see white got the corner, but black doesn't have that influence that he had in the other variation. Now black just has a weak group that he has to defend, and if he tries to go down, then white can simply pincer, and black does not have the extension for a base, so now black has a weak group. In this case, white is getting points on the board, and black is getting nothing but weak groups. So this is not a good result for black. So black, make sure you defend yourself and get those bases first before you start going somewhere else. White, a Tanuki, when there's weakness, normally isn't good. Also, this is not an approach. This is a mistake, because once black defends a very large corner, you have only 3 liberties, and if you try to go up, black will get a Hane headed 2, and you have nothing but a very weak group. This isn't the way to approach a corner. The approach a corner is 1 space away. This gives you variations to play and good follow-ups and good efficient follow-ups. But this is going to be very inefficient for you and a good result for black, because black will be able to surround, attack you, take advantage of your shape, and just gain profit locally, and you're going to be very inefficient, and black is going to be extra efficient. So black is going to get way more than white locally. Therefore, this is almost never played. All right, white extends. Black, go ahead and defend your corner. It's white's base and your base. However, black chooses to take the influence. Well, now it's not completely inefficient for white, because now white can take the corner here and then extend here. Here, you want a 1 space, because if you 2 space, maybe there's a double Hane, because you have bad liberties. Maybe not immediately, but the shape is not good for white. So normally you want a 1 space when you're worried about liberties. Also, exchange here and Sente first, and then 1 space. That way, your base is a lot more efficient. Now black, you also have an inefficient shape, because now you have a thickness without an extension once again, so you don't have points yet, and white just took your corner for free. All right, black, you're getting influence. You can get a little bit stronger influence by playing this way, because now it's a lot more solid, and white has to defend, and then you can play the double Hane. White defends, you defend. Or you can even say, okay, I got enough in that corner, so I'm going to extend now because I want my extension. This is important. I guess if you're going to play that, then don't even worry about it. But getting that extension is very important, black, because without that extension, your wall is going to be nothing but a weak group. So don't forget those extensions. This is a little loose, because now white can Hane and then potentially cut because black only has 3 liberties. When black has bad liberties, well, then things can go wrong. Now, I'm not saying the cut works immediately because it looks like there's some questions about it. However, you can see that it's a lot weaker than if you had just had a solid wall. So I did do this and extended like this. Now I'm pretty sure the cut does something. Now I'm pretty sure the cut works. All right, now white chose to go this way. White, you should be looking at the right side now because you're pretty much alive. So I would start looking at destroying the right side and making the wall completely pointless because this wall is pointless. Now you need to make this wall pointless. All right, you want to extend here. That way you don't have all these cutting points. If you have too many cutting points, then things can go wrong. For example, what if I go here and then double Atari? Watch your cutting points. Oh, black did go here. Good job, black. Now black's getting some profit. And white, you still need to live in that area. Running away here is not the move to play because this is the vital point. It's the Ponuki, as well as another tiger's mouth. So this vital point, and I'm pretty sure white's gonna die. Therefore, definitely need to live. Because you can't just die on the side. Black, you want to surround when you attack, so a knight's move here is a little bit better locally, but I'd still go and kill the whole side. All right, white plays. And then you're changing directions, black. Don't change directions. Keep pushing them the same direction and push them towards your wall. That's how you attack. This is also a very good result for black because black's getting a lot of influence and also supporting this weak group from afar. White is in a lot of trouble, and you can see that this is just going downhill for white very quickly. This is a broken shape. White is cutting through 2 black stones. This is not the way to play, not the way to attack, and now your combination is not that good. Therefore, this attack is a failure from this side. White plays here. You could also think to Hane here to threaten to kill the stone, and then play a tiger's mouth, and it's just so ugly for black if this happens. Therefore, black has to play here, and you can just kill the stone. Black, don't push a diagonal. Pushing a diagonal is normally not recommended due to the fact that you're just helping white connect. Watch your connections, black. Watch your connections, black. So white can actually just, still needs to live. And if black misses it, white can play here, and black's probably going to die. Well, maybe not, because black has some forcing moves here and here, but white can get all this for free. And now, more weak groups. More weak groups to attack. You can start pushing this down. So watch your cutting points. Watch your weaknesses. The weaknesses are important, guys. Okay, this is a little bit slow. I would keep Haneing because black has an empty triangle and very bad liberties all over the place. However, white, you still need to live. So I think I'm going to stop here because I think this is already a lot of stuff. So we can see from this game that life and death for both players is vital because the life and death on that side was huge. It's like a 40 or 50 points maybe. At least 30, like to 40 points, 30 to 40 points at minimum. It's a huge side, and both players are missing it. Both players are missing it. The entire fight can change depending on who gets it. So life and death is vital for this game. Also, attack and defense. I hope you guys found a little bit of help from the attack and defense. I'll recommend to you guys, like I've been recommending in the Double Digit Q games, get some teaching games or get your games reviewed more and more often. So something like this. It doesn't have to be the entire game. Just get something from every single game. Learn a little bit from every single game, and that's the general idea. Make sure you are seeing the main concepts of what you're doing wrong, what you need to work on. Here, you guys need to get more and more experience, do life and death problems, play lots of games, and then get them reviewed as often as you can so that we can get better ideas for how you could have handled a situation. More attack, more aggressiveness, maybe certain attacking shapes, maybe certain defending shapes. And remember to watch the tiger's mouths. The tiger's mouths are important in attack and defense. So here is my advice. I guess I just gave you the advice. Play games and do go problems, and then get them reviewed if you can. Make sure you learn at least a little something from every single game. All right, so both players, I think, messed up some Joseki. So, of course, look up the Joseki when you don't know it immediately after the game. So that way you don't mess up something simple like a basic Joseki, because that's just something you should know, because it's something you can research and easily look up. It's not nearly as difficult as the middle game. If you can study it, then you should know it. So, go ahead and make sure you look up Josekis after every game. Play, and I hope you found this video helpful. I hope I showed you some better shapes, some more... hopefully you got some more advice from this and found this review helpful. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.